It's about him trying to make his son think that it's a game.
Oh, right, no.
It's a game. The whole thing is a game.
It's an old one.
Yeah, this is a brilliant film. Won an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
A Beautiful Life. Should watch that.
You know this, the kid with, is it Tourette's, is a true story? The kid up in Scotland.
I read that, yeah, I read
I
about
swear.
it.
Is that the one from years ago that was a TV show? Like, because he was Scottish. John, was his name John?
I'm not sure.
This TV show
maybe.
years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
probably late 80s, was called John's Not Mad.
John's not, yeah.
John's
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Mad.
yeah, that could be, yeah.
It might be
Was
the
it?
same, 'cause he
It's
was
really good.
Scottish.
Honestly, lovely movie. Sad, powerful.
You've just obviously touched on, well, I wasn't going to start there, I was going to start obviously with your upbringing. You just mentioned there about sat next to Roy. But when you first came to United, I think you were one of the most, and I'm going to say this in the right way, because you were the most, I think, knowledgeable but opinionated people that I've ever seen at such a young age about how football should be.
Yeah. I think probably sometimes a bit of a smartass in that case, like not always. Sometimes when you just have to count to three, then probably that has to do with cultural Dutch.
Yes.
Part of Dutch.
They say what they feel, baby.
Yeah.
We taught that.
Sometimes too much. Yeah. Sometimes a bit too much. But I think even for the gaffer, sometimes you know, I would have a question probably that he wouldn't expect, and I think it's cultural, also probably from home. The influence, you know, my father is a man with very strong opinions, and contrary to what most people think. But I remember like coming to United, and for myself it was a cultural difference. Spain was, the football is different, and back then even more. And I remember actually, and when I think about it many times, also in the years after. Like in the beginning, I used to see Giggs making a dribble, and people will get excited, but when Roy made a tackle, people get like super excited, and the fans, you know. And I used to think, wow, how is that possible? Because in Spain, it's the other way around. The dribbler gets the most things, and the tackler, even though it also changed now, but the tackler is a bit different. And I struggled to understand that in the beginning, because I was taught also probably the Ajax youth, Barca youth, you know, the most difficult thing is a dribbler. But in the end, with the years going by, I got to respect Roy more and more. And even the day after, when you are like trying to be a sport director or you're coaching, my first thing in my head is I always want to have a Roy Keane on my team.